everybody, thanks for joining us today. It's Melissa, your nurse practitioner, health and wellness coach, and researcher in training. And today we are making some Brie apple toast. This is a nice treat for an appetizer if you're entertaining and you're looking for something simple to do, and you want to just kind of piece it together, but it seems a little exotic or fun. Or it's just something that you want to snack on. So we got this recipe from a restaurant that we love around here in Northern Virginia, and it's like super delicious. And I said, we could do a simple version of this at home. So we left off some of the extras. So what we're gonna have is some simple baguette. So I just slice these kind of oblique? Yeah, so that way they would be a little bit wider. I recommend getting a quality piece of bread, and by quality I mean it should probably only have 4 ingredients: flour, water, salt, and yeast, maybe oil. So you can just go to your local bakery that makes bread on site, and you're pretty much guaranteed to not get a lot of extra additives. Then we've got a green apple that I sliced up. So this is one whole green apple and I just sliced it. We're gonna put both of these in the oven. As you can see, I sliced them somewhat thin. They are not all even. That's not important. This is no need to be super fancy. And then I've got some Brie cheese that we got from our local supermarket. When you're using Brie, you want to make sure that it's been sitting out for probably about 30 minutes to an hour. So that way it's nice and soft. And then we have some honey. This is some local honey that I got from our farmer's market. The gentleman makes it right here in Manassas. So what we're gonna do is place our bread and our apples in the oven. And actually I'm gonna place the apples in the oven first because I want them to cook for probably about 5 to 8 minutes. I just want them to get a little bit soft so they're not as crunchy when you bite on it, because it's like too much crunch. It's not all that enjoyable, but just get them a little soft. You don't need to put anything on there, no butter, no oil, none of that. And then, so yeah, let's just pop these in here. I set our oven at 350. So we'll stick those in there, and I'll put the timer on just because usually I'm doing more than one thing. So we'll just put it on for 5 minutes. And then at about the 2-minute mark or 3-minute mark, I will pop the bread in the oven, and then that way we can take it all out at the same time. I like to get the bread just a little bit toasty, as if you put in the toaster, just makes it so much better, and the cheese on there as well. So we'll be back after these things have been in the oven for a second. So our apples have been toasted, roasted, baked, and as you can see, like really flexible. That's kind of how much I like to get them done. And then our bread is nice and toasty. It's got a little crunch in there, still soft. Got a little crunch. All right, and it actually ended up taking me a little bit longer than 5 minutes. I left the apples in there for about 8 to 10, and then the bread for about 2 to 3 minutes. So then what we're gonna do, our Brie should be nice and soft. I just cut off some pieces, kind of like this. All right, so we've got all our Brie on here. As you can see, I didn't worry about trying to make it all symmetrical. We just got it on there. All right, and I take my apples. All right, so we've got our apples. I'm gonna borrow a paper towel here. And wipe this off. And now we're gonna get our honey. And we're just gonna drizzle that like that. Perfect. All right. So, as you can see, pretty easy. Couple of tips: make sure you slice your apples not too thick. The thicker you slice them, the longer they're gonna have to stay in the oven. Make sure you take your Brie out early enough so where it slices easy and is kind of creamy, but maybe not too long. And then make sure you get a really good quality baguette, because that's gonna make it taste better. With anything, quality ingredients is gonna make something simple taste better, because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 ingredients, and that's it. And these are gonna taste so delicious. So try this at home. Let me know what you think. You can even pop a walnut or some special kind of candied nuts or something like that on there. I tend to leave it just like this, and it's absolutely fantastic. All right, subscribe, tell a friend, and make things at home. It always tastes better. Have a great day.